In our next story, a Nigerian man, Chukwuka Nweke, has been sentenced to life imprisonment in Italy for the rape and murder of a 61-year-old Setti in the city of Rovereto, Trento. The attack happened on the evening of August 5, 2023, when Nweke assaulted Setti in a public park. Witnesses reported that he allegedly, under the influence of drugs and alcohol, beat her essentially to death using his fists. Unfortunately, she died with severe injuries. Always interesting to see Nigerians committing these sorts of crimes abroad, because it adds to the already negative, narrative that is being peddled about us, especially with Italy, with all this prostitution and human trafficking links that we have. This is not going to help law-abiding Nigerians in Italy. But let's take a look at social media. Toby Loba says, he don't mess up. It's going to be a long, lonely life in prison offshore, as it should be. And Filippo says, how some people forget where they come from after tasting small good life is beyond me. I mean, you did go to Italy for greener pastures. But moving on to my next story now. A video is making the rounds on social media showing a group of Nigerians killing a large barn owl, which they claim to be a symbol of evil. This act has, of course, sparked discussions on Nigeria's approach to wildlife conservation. Look at this.
You are somebody one. The God of competition. They are playing. And they send these demons to come and fight us. But the God of heaven will produce a good result. Look at the demons. They're nothing enough.
This incident definitely raises critical questions about Nigeria's wildlife conservation laws. If our protected species can be so easily hunted and killed based on mere superstition, what does that say about the effectiveness of our environmental policies? I mean, all across the world, in aviaries across the world, people pay money to come and watch these owls and to preserve this wildlife. They are an important aspect of our ecosystem in terms of pest control and what they contribute. But let's take a look at social media. It's very sad. David A. Balogun says, ignorant man opening his eyes like he knows what he's doing. Funny enough, the same people will pay any amount for that owl just to see it in the zoo when they leave their country. And Afame Funa says, if Nigeria is a sane society, this pastor will be charged for animal cruelty. Poor owl. I'm going to take my final story now. Bandits have abducted Abdusalam Rabiu Faskari, a renowned Quran recitation champion, along with his father and brothers in Katsina State. The attack happened Tuesday evening near Labin Bangori, just after he was honored by Governor Diko Rada for winning the 39th National Quranic Recitation Competition in Birnin, Kebbi. He's a medical student at ABU Zaria, and he memorized the entire Quran. And just as he was claiming victory, he was kidnapped. I thought this story was very important to take because it shows that bandits don't look at religion or status. They just engage in banditry, and I thought this was important. But let's take a look at social media. We must shed light on issues such as these. One user asks a very pertinent question. What are these bandits actually fighting for? At this point, there's no rhyme or reason. We'll take one more tweet. Lalbiu says, those who think these bandits believe in any faith are either dumb or supporters of insecurity. The armed bandits kidnap imams, pastors, traditional leaders, children, and the old-aged. They don't care if you are a Christian or a Muslim. In the story of the owl, we saw how religion is playing an effect on wildlife. Now we're seeing how, in some cases, religion also affects how we treat one another and banditry in the States. Ibrahim and Etoma.
Oh. Yes, you've actually said it all. And we just pray that the boy is, saved from the jaws of death. Especially those who, you call them bandits, you call them terrorists, that's who they are. They don't believe in anything. Some of them are just enemies, they don't even believe in God. So I just pray that the boy is, rescued at the end of the day.
Oh, yes, it's not the religion or anything, it's that the guy is a champion. The guy was awarded and was given some stuff by the governor of the state, so he became lucrative. For them, it's business, it's nothing more. They take him, they are sure they are going to have some money. After all, the governor just gave him some kind of recognition. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality we find ourselves in.
I can't believe they just jacked up that owl by his neck, you guys. They
Yeah.
jacked up that owl and they have no other
Okay,
education
so
otherwise.
with that, because of our time, I would have loved to talk about that, but you read a very interesting comment. These same people will go to the zoo and pay money to, you know, watch this all in its cage. It's just so unfortunate how we use, how we continue doing so much thing that is much of a buffoonery, you know, in things that we do.
All right. Everything has been fantastic this Friday morning. I enjoyed your stories and the comments that had gone on. Okay, so let's tell you that the views and reactions of all our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TV news. My name is Etomaidu. Thanks for being with us and have a wonderful weekend ahead of you.